I think Adam22 series is probably like the most down bad, horrific series a man can do, right? And I think this Jamar video really shows what's happening.
So we finally got the season finale of the show where Adam would be giving away his wife for the second time. In the last episode, Crip Mac had taken a steady lead as the fan favorite to get the job done.
Bro, that's crazy. The fact that you even let him contend, like let multiple guys to contend to fuck your wife, that's just crazy to me.
As he went around terrorizing both the audience and the competition at the very same time.
I want to bust that coochie. Oh, you want to get it down?
No.
Get it down.
No. This is like a mutual thing. Like
no. I want to bust her coochie. We're gonna get you out of the situation.
Did you guys know this man recently got locked up?
I'm in good spirits. Guess what? I'm not gonna get life. If anything, I'll get 3 to 5 years, probably, or a little more.
On the hood.
All right, so if you don't know, he went to prison, and then his friend China Mac, then later called out Adam22 for not helping him bail Crip Mac out, which is this video.
Mac is now calling out Adam22 for not showing up to C-Mac's court date. He's saying that he made no effort to free C-Mac or to even present anything to the judge. And he even says that all he had to do was just say that he was his employer.
This hearing was important because Crip Mac doesn't have any bond or bail. I wanted to, before we even put in a motion, to have people of the community to represent Crip Mac in the courtroom, to show that Crip Mac isn't a criminal that's running the streets. Hit Adam22 up. I'm like, yo, Adam, Crip Mac got court. It's very important.
This is after the show, by the way.
Say that he's employed with you guys, and that if he was to be given bond, that would pose some type of responsibility for him. Make sure that, you know, he's going to work. So he said, oh, I'm booked. I have an interview that day. Crip Mac could be coming home. He could be home for the holidays because you know, go up there and say he has a job. I've seen that happen. But I'm like, okay, you could have pushed your interview back. I mean, like, you know, this is for somebody's freedom. This is for somebody that call your friend. So then I was like, oh, can you send somebody that work for you? Josh or somebody, you know,
okay,
preferably that's white, you know, that can represent Nojumper, the company, and say that Crip Mac is an employee. He didn't let me on scene. That just shows me that Adam really don't give a about nobody but his bottom line.
And they're now accusing Adam22 of just using C-Mac for the views. And China Mac was actually there when C-Mac was arrested by U.S. Marshals. C-Mac is currently facing 15, but other people say that he'll most likely only do about 7. China Mac. Okay,
now what I don't agree with this guy is that Adam22 using C-Mac for the views. I think Adam22 is more popular with the Nojumper podcast. I do think he just used him for the show and just kicked him out. But this is another drama. I think Adam22 didn't really care about him. But regardless, this isn't about him. It's about his shitty ass show and character.
We got to get you some conjugal visits. We're gonna find some big booty.
Up in here.
I mean, hey, if this is the legacy he's gonna leave on the world, then so be it. But free that man Crip Mac. Either way, the show only gets more and more cuck-oriented as it goes on. As in the next challenge, these guys give her a table dance while Adam watches on.
I get to see how they're gonna perform in front of my husband. He's like right next to me.
And I think this one guy was actually there to try and hook up with Adam, as he comes in with a thong on.
I love a man in a black
This is crazy.
Smell him.
Yeah, where is it? He's got a nice musk. Yeah.
What the
The French really know how to do it.
Honestly, I think Adam was into it.
There was a thong involved. I saw a lot of booty.
There was a thong. I don't know if you liked it as much as I liked it, but I liked the thong.
Hey, yo,
I liked the gyrate, the hips, the mask kind of had a little weird type vibe going.
What
Then a guy named Little D comes in and really shows her how it's done.
Okay, this guy, I think he's a porn star, by the way.
He picked Lena up. He brought her over to the couch.
I just know my heart rate is off the charts. Like there is no.
Like this is wild. You give a pre-game interview and a post-game interview, because she does go on a podcast later talking about this, on interview about getting fucking DP'd by like another black dude, because she filmed another black scene with another guy. Now she's gonna talk about this, bro. And by the way, they have a daughter. They have like I think a 7 or 8 year old daughter, I think, or maybe less, but I know for sure they have a daughter.
No way that anyone shot my heart rate through the roof more than him.
Pound town.
And this is when the serious meat watching literally begins.
Do you want the guy with the biggest? Can we see their dicks? Is that possible? Monica, can you ask them?
So they slowly come out there one by one to show them what they're working with, and this man Adam is just straight up bone hawking over here.
I've seen this one in the movies before.
Oh,
That is like an elephant trunk.
Look how many veins there are.
She wants a slice of the baguette.
That thing was huge.
Massive.
Wow.
So as I'm swinging there,
can't be normal. This just can't be. What? This guy went from he hosting a decent talk podcast with Nojumper. He interviewed rappers and I think some like celebrities and stuff. And his career was on a good track. Well, I don't know what happened, where it went wrong. Maybe his podcast wasn't doing that well. He started doing this, bro. He even allowed his wife to fuck another dude.
in front of Adam and Lena, I could see the look on Adam's face, and I don't think he was quite ready for what I had to bring.
Does it often not fit?
As I'm swinging there in front of Adam and Lena is a crazy sentence. Can we just acknowledge how insane this entire series is? Like, generations of Adam's descendants will look on in horror as they watch this years back from now. I'm talking about like in the year 2080, his great-great-great-grandson is gonna be getting made fun of for this. And shout out to Crip Mac for refusing to show off his piece.
It's for her. It's for her.
I swear.
Hey, Adam, 3 years. I've known you 3 years. Now it's time you show me your. So I choked that mother. I grabbed him and choked him. That's when he said, no. I mean, my wife wants to see it. Oh, you're strange, Adam.
And this is when they eliminate the Thong Man as well as Crip Mac.
Oh, f*** you, Adam.
We all knew this was going to happen from the start. I mean, hell, Adam even said this when discussing the show.
She wants Crip Mac to be the one to f*** her?
I was kind of saying the opposite, but there are people on the show that I think that she would be very happy if they won. And there are people on the show who I think realistically she might jump off of a local bridge if they won.
Now, in the end, they end up choosing Little D as the man to get the
No
job
surprise,
done.
he's a porn star.
The person who's gonna f my wife is Lil D.
His wife got fucked by 2 black porn stars. I was just letting you guys know.
You gotta stop playing with me.
Should we go upstairs right now?
I'm with it. I don't give a f.
Let's do it.
He just won. Let him touch it.
I gotta be the husband of the year. Let me tell you, I am the one.
And I will say, this has all been an absolute masterclass in digital marketing and selling this product, which just happened to be his wife. From a moral standpoint, I could not disagree more with the premise. But there is something to be said about Adam's ability to garner as many impressions as possible and continue to make millions of dollars off of degeneracy.
Is it worth it though?
Yeah.
That was his suit from his wedding, yeah.
I think
Our
different
wedding.
shoes for the wedding.
We in your marriage outfits?
Well, my tux, but obviously I had taken the tux off by the time we went to.
Yeah.
Bro, what kind of marriage, like, what kind of self-disrespect is this? Like, I think the internet ruined this guy. After the first scene his wife did, like, I think the internet shit on him so much, it ruined him.
Yeah.
I mean, once you've crossed a certain line in the name of money, I guess there is really no going back. How will this affect him and his family in the long run? I do not know. And so obviously the scene has actually come out at this point. I will say, when it comes to the internet in general, it really didn't make a sizable splash compared to the first scene where it was like all anyone could talk about. And I do think the novelty of her being with another man has really just kind of run its course. I didn't really see any memes about this. I mean, there were people talking about how during the act, Adam actually did a fist bump with this guy, which is just insane behavior. I mean,
Okay, I think I can show this. Alright, so this is the scene. I don't think I'm gonna get banned from this, but hopefully not, bro. Look at this. It's kind of blurry, but you get the point, bro. Look at them. You can clearly tell they're working out, bro. They're working out. They're working out real well, bro. They're working out real well. Now let's get back to the...
that should be a criminal offense, but that was really all I saw circulating the web when it came to this film. Now obviously, with this being a big moment in him and his wife's career, he has been going on a bit of a press run just like he did the first time, And in doing that, he ended up going on this whatever podcast, which I think is pretty much like a diet fresh and fit.
You said the reason the value is the financial value, is the financials you get from the videos, but then you also say that you don't do anything with the money, that it doesn't really matter to you, so you guys don't live a luxurious lifestyle, that the money is just kind of sitting there. So how is that a financial value if you don't even use it?
Well, her and I are building a business, and also, you know, we have plans of not working forever. So for me, it's like, you know, I would like to leave the game with, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 million dollars. And so us doing that was probably the greatest windfall of money that we ever got from doing.
How much money is set for life? I would think, wouldn't like 2-3 million just for one person to be set for life? Maybe more. Like, you don't need 10 million. You can just live in a normal house and you'll have a lot more. You can invest with like those 2 millions. Actually, no. I think if you don't invest, just living off the 2 million, I think you'd be fine. If you want to buy a house, maybe more, like maximum, I think you need 5 million. That's it per person.
Anything, and it was relatively painless for her.
I mean, how do you guys feel about that, with him like suffering now with the public scrutiny and then maybe just eventually completely wiping himself from the internet, selling off his business for X amount of dollars, and then we just never see or hear from Adam again? Is that so bad? Or are you of the mindset like the internet is forever? And like I said earlier, do you think that what he's doing now is going to affect his family for generations to come?
Are you concerned about your child? I believe it's she's a daughter, right? I have a daughter. I just gave birth a couple months ago. Do you ever worry that one day she'll see this content, and maybe would you want her to be doing content like this? Is this something that would make you proud as a father to a young daughter?
I think every parent wants to see their offspring do better than them. So for sure, I wouldn't like to see her, you know, just sort of default to that just because she knows that her parents did it. But as far as if one day she's an adult and she decides that she wants to do whatever, I know a lot of girls who make a shitload of money on and don't even show their. So I can't just look at OnlyFans as a profession and say like, oh, that would be a hideous way for my offspring to earn a living one day, but I certainly wouldn't be encouraging it.
Yeah,
and that's kind of the point where he has really boxed himself in. It's just that when it comes to a level of degeneracy that his entire life is on, you really have no room to talk badly almost about anything else. Because when you're to the point where you've sold like the most prized thing in your life, your partner, for like the highest bidder, morally you just really have no grounds to stand on.
I mean, what he said about his daughter is like, I think, not that bad. I thought he would have been like more encouraging to do OnlyFans thing, but I think that's just what he says, like a standard father thing. Like, you can't really control your kid. But I mean, the part he said he wouldn't encourage the daughter, but kind of encourage his wife to get fucked by 2 other guys, you know?
Now, I will say this positive thing about Adam. Okay, when this whole cuck arc first came around, a lot of the criticism was centered around, well, how is this going to affect your kid? I said in a video that it was just strange to me that when I'm looking at Adam's Instagram story, I could see videos of him playing with his kid perfectly fine. And then on the very next story, I'm seeing all of this explicit material involving him and various women. And something about that obviously just doesn't sit right with people.
That's crazy.
And so I think ever since Detractors started coming forward with these talking points, he has decided to change his tune when it comes to his kid and be a little bit more adamant about protecting her. I don't believe they show her or her face online anymore, and I think that was the right choice. Because at one time they were trying to do like the whole family arc thing. I think that his girl had like a mom Instagram page.
Don't do a family arc. Don't do it, bro. Don't do it. Your daughter? Oh my god. You better not bring your kids to school, man. Get a nanny or something. Especially when your daughter's in middle school. I'm telling you, middle school is the worst. You get bullied the most. The girls will tell everybody, bro. Your fucking mother got fucked by a big black dude twice, and your dad watched in the corner.
I think they had like a family vlog channel, and just the two things cannot really coincide.
You wouldn't say it's beautiful.
Well, I don't. No, obviously no. I would not call it beautiful though.
So wouldn't you want better for your own wife? Yeah, I mean, she is selling her body online to random men. And
Bro.
I don't know.
Images of her body, yeah.
Same shit.
Yeah, images of
Well,
her
when
body.
Jason Luv shows up,
Yeah, exactly. Images and videos. Jason Luv did it. What are you
the
talking
body
about?
itself is going.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
they had a good time
The
on
body
set
is
that day.
And so throughout this podcast, this woman and this man were steadily applying pressure to Adam.
Like, you hang around a lot of the blats, right? So you know what we do.
His wife does.
Yeah.
Well played.
Yeah.
And those are the types of comments that Adam is going to have to deal with for a very long time.
For the rest of your life, as long as you have friends, anybody.
He actually got so annoyed by this man's presence that he eventually kind of just calls him a scammer, calls out some of the things that he does in his personal life, and just completely walks off, saying that he was tempted to polish that milk dud head of his. Either way, I just kind of wanted to tie a bow on this whole situation that we have been covering recently. I mean, it's one thing to be entertained by like a decent...
Wait, I gotta see it. Alright, I think this is it. This is a shorter projection.
Just so you know, every girl sitting on this side of the table earns more money than him.
Yeah.
Stop.
He's an imposter. He's been outed in the past.
And he's mad about it.
He basically LARPs
Honestly,
as a rich guy on the internet.
If I was absolutely poor, it would mean nothing.
All the girls,
it would mean nothing.
I think we all are kind of in agreement that
amazing.
we don't really want to sit here and listen to someone who's basically a scam artist tell us what's wrong with our
Yeah,
lives.
This is amazing.
What do you do
So
for work?
I'm
This is amazing.
How do you make
on the
money?
edge of
What do you do
walking
for
out,
work?
Brian. I'm gonna be totally
What do
real.
you do for work?
And I'm not walking out on like a
What do you do for
climate
work?
level.
Poverty.
I just don't
No, what
really
do you
want to
do for
listen to a scam artist
You
tell me
can,
what's so
What do you
wrong
do
with
for
our
work?
Google my
lifestyles,
name.
right?
You can Google
I don't
my
fucking
name
know who
right
you
now.
are.
You can
Let's-
Google my name.
If you Google his
Does anyone
name,
know this guy's name?
you'll
And
be
I heard-
exhilarated.
I hurt your feelings earlier, and
You didn't hurt my
I
feelings
did
at
hurt
all.
your
It's just you're
feelings
trying
earlier.
to
And
do
the
this
whole
whole
chat
moral
is hurting your
superiority
feelings.
thing, and it's not
The
working
whole
because
chat is
you're
hurting
broke.
your feelings. The whole
You're
chat is-
actually broke.
Here's
I think Adam was actually hurt. That's why he's saying the broke card. He's annoyed at the fact he knows everybody calls him a cuck, but to say it in his face, that's like a whole new level of like rage.
You got a milk dud on top of your head.
Here's the funny thing.
I'm just being real with you.
If I was actually broke, it literally would mean nothing to me.
Then what's up? Then prove
Why
it.
did you
If
do
I
an
still
NFT
had a
scam
phone-
on your fans for
Look,
like
if I
$400?
Why is the girl in the pink
Let's
so
see.
adamant?
Checkmate.
Silliness.
This guy's a scammer.
guys,
Is that his job to be
I
an actual
think
scammer?
I'm gonna leave, and if any girls want to leave with me, I'd be happy.
Okay, so this is a post interview. As you can tell from the title, he talks about getting double facial from Adam and Lil D. Okay, here's the point.
For the first time, maybe in your life, but definitely in the last 7 years, to have two dudes nut on your face together.
That's crazy asking.
I was.
That's crazy that he asked. I mean, I guess he has to ask it. I don't think the other guy would have asked it.
More turned on than I thought I was gonna be.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm a very weird person with fluids.
some fat
It was
nuts
huge.
on.
Yo,
yeah.
my shit was
I bought some
Okay, and
fat
he did
ones.
this
That's the
thing
biggest load I think I've ever blown on camera.
where he moved my face so that he didn't come on top of your cum. He could like get the part of my face.
Yeah, I was doing the part he did.
that-
I was like, I'm not
so
going.
he could completely cover it, and I was like, I would never thought of that.
Just dabbed up a guy that nutted on his wife's. Let's watch that.
The biggest load I think I've ever blown on camera.
Where he moved my face so that he didn't come on top of your cum. He could like
Wait.
get the part of my face.
Yeah, I was doing the part he did.
that-
I was like, I'm not
So
going.
he could completely cover it, and I was like, I would never thought of that. But he like held my face in such a way to get it on the side that was missing cum, because it's like
I
a,
put
it's like a
that shit
portrait. He's got to paint the whole canvas.
And what's going through your head during that? You're feeling like, damn, like I'm a real
You just
queen.
got two nuts.
I'm a
out of
jizz
niggas.
queen.
I did feel pretty accomplished.
She just made two
What
dudes
the
come.
fuck?
Shorties love making a dude come. One thing I noticed, bro.
I need time to process this, bro. So a guy let his wife get fucked by another dude. Gets clown on it on the internet. He was butthurt at first, I think. In my opinion, I think he was butthurt at first, but then he kind of played into the joke. Now, he played into the joke so hard, he made a show for guys to fuck his wife. Now he's doing the same thing he did last time. He did interviews and shit promoting the video that the guy fucked his wife with. Is it really worth it, bro? Is it your podcast was decent? It was pretty popular back in the days. You got, I don't know, people, but it was popular. Yo, rappers and shit. What happened, bro? Oh my, that's crazy. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, please subscribe. If